Good afternoon. Just wanted to talk to you guys about social class and social mobility. I gave you that assignment on Classroom. If you haven't noticed, there's one up there. And it deals with social mobility. But I wanted to kind of cover a little bit about social class before we get into that. So last week, I had you guys take a look at the notes, hopefully watch the video that I posted from Crash Course about social class. Dryer. And it gets into some of these things we're going to talk about for this week. But I just want to remind you a little bit, social class, as we talked about from the notes, is broken up into, or sort of divided into, three different categories, or they call them dimensions. There's the economic dimension, which is wealth and income. There's a difference. Income is what you make over a certain period of time. Wealth is a total of all your assets, value, etc. Okay. There's the power dimension, which tells you that those who have power, which often goes with the wealth, right, make the rules, often sort of determine what social class is. Prestige is the final dimension, and that's sort of respect and admiration that comes with occupations, like with teachers, right? Everyone respects teachers. Maybe now that they have to homeschool, right? But those sort of things make up what we call social class. They develop into these set of categories, and society is divided into parts. And the assignment from last week is for you guys to take a look at those categories and put them within a chart and give example of jobs that went with those, so you could kind of see how it's broken down within the U.S. For today, I gave you an assignment on social mobility. Specifically, it's related to the caste system, but we'll get to that in a minute. Social mobility is the movement of individuals or groups between social classes. In the United States, we have what's called an open class system, like right here, see? Okay? A system in which social class is based on merit and individual effort. Movement is allowed, theoretically. Now, it isn't necessarily easy, but it's allowed.
Hey, Mom.
Social mobility is a change in occupation with the same social class. Horizontal mobility, right here, where you might move across groups, different jobs, but stay within the same social class. Vertical mobility is when you move upward, hopefully, right? Not downward. No one wants to move down. Okay? And intergenerational mobility is if the changes occur from one generation to the next. Let's say my kids grow up and they do better than I do and move up in class. That'd be intergenerational mobility. And that's kind of what everybody hopes for, right? What you're reading about today is the caste system. It's a stratification structure that does not allow any movement up or down. It doesn't technically exist in India anymore. It was outlawed, but it still exists in practice. Basically, the only way to move up in caste is if you die and are reincarnated in a better caste. So not a lot of prospect for change. But I wanted you to think about that when you're reading about the caste system with this assignment and answering the questions. How really different is it from our social class system, which we claim we can move up and down? But it isn't always that easy. So be thinking about that, because that might show up as the question of the week for you guys to respond to. But for now, go ahead, read about the caste system, answer the questions. I think there's 6 of them on a separate sheet of paper or on a separate Google Doc, and turn that in with the assignment there. I was not able to convert it because apparently I'm not smart enough, but I was trying to convert the doc so we could just have you guys fill it in online, but you'll have to do it on a separate sheet of paper. So thanks for watching.